Alright guys, Automatic Garage here today. We're going to pick back up on the White Expedition today. I have soaked the whole engine compartment with Purple Power degreaser. Been letting it sit. I'm getting ready to hose it down with some hot water that we have here in the garage. Got the door cracked. Got the turbo heater running because it's cold today. We're going to attempt to get everything moved over from the old one and over to the new one. And get the old one crated up and see how time goes. Maybe start putting this thing out. I'd love to have it sitting here today. So y'all follow along with us. We'll see what we get done today. Alright guys, so we got it degreased, rinsed it out with some hot water, hot as I can get out of my hot water tank. And we did a quick blow over with the air compressor, just to try to get most of what was going to drip off so I go and squeegee the floor. We're going to get started moving stuff over from the other motor now. Now we're going to pull off all of our accessory pulleys, water pump, tensioner, all the pulleys. We're going to pull the harmonic balancer. I'm going to go and move all the pulleys, as far as the accessory pulleys over. I'm going to leave the water pump off because I'm going to go buy a new motor craft. Depending on how time goes today, I may go buy that later. But I can put that on in the car, won't be too bad. And then we'll put the harmonic balancer on after the motor's in, just because it gives us a little more clearance without pulling the radiator. So we're going to pull these off real quick. Any second now, Gary. You getting easy? What'd you... Golly, just in time. And look, you barely missed the bucket of oil. Gary got the harmonic balancer pulled. All right, let me show you the problem we had. What problem do we have, Gary? Talk us through this. What was the problem with this
harmonic? Didn't have any holes in there.
Didn't have any holes.
For the bolts. I don't know where that piece went.
There was no holes in this piece right here, where those round circles are, to use a normal harmonic balancer pulley like this. What are you doing, Gary? Other than stepping on my heater?
I'm doing the manifold bolt.
Oh, look, you got you a seat and everything.
Yeah.
So we already pulled this manifold off. We're going to pull our motor mounts off next. Then we're going to put our motor mounts on the new motor. Yeah, then put our exhaust manifolds on. And we have new studs to install the manifolds on the new motor with. running those up, and we're gonna torque them to 109 inch-pounds. All right, so we're getting ready to crate that motor back up. We got our exhaust manifolds on. We got our motor mounts on. All torqued, put Loctite on all of those. Also motor mounts and the manifolds. Tighten all our pulleys down. Move our sensor over here to the head from the old motor, on the dipstick tube. Only other thing we're gonna put on this to have it ready to go in is we gotta put in our oil filter housing. And we got to put on our flywheel and our spacer. What you doing, Gary?
Putting a bolt in the motor, dude.
All right, we're getting the strap back down to the crate. Tie all the plastic back up. Put the box back on it. Tape it all up, and it's ready to ship back. All right, we're torquing the flywheel to 65 foot-pounds. Now all we gotta do is put our oil filter housing on, and this will be ready to go in. All right, so we got the motor all ready to drop in. We're gonna start easing it back and getting in the car. Yeah, just go real slow. Obviously, we got our starter put on. We got the bell housing bolts all in. Flex plate bolted up. Power steering pump on. Oh yeah, by the way, Gary dropped a harmonic balancer. We had to dress it up a little bit. Knock the chip out of it. All right, guys, so it is the next day. It got late on us last night. We did get the motor all the way installed. As you can see, the only thing we are lacking today is the putting the intake manifold on. Got to put our cool packs in, do all the air breather assembly, throw our battery back in, fan shroud, all that good stuff. So we're going to get all that knocked out today, and hopefully fire this thing up and give it a try. All right, so we're going to start off installing our new water pump. It came from O'Reilly's. It's a Murray. It's got a lifetime warranty. We're going to get that installed first because we have to fill the motor with water because it's bad about getting hot spots in it when you start a 5.4 up. It'll have air pockets in it. So we're going to fill our water, both our water ports on each cylinder head as much as we can before we install the water crossover and our intake manifold. 18 foot-pounds. That's what this is supposed to be. We're gonna go on and pre-fill the block. It's coolant. This is 50/50 universal green antifreeze. As you can see, we have our coolant passages filled almost all the way to the top with coolant. The whole point of doing this motor will get air pockets in it and cause it to overheat. All right, so we cleaned up our intake runners. We got whatever little bit of carbon out of here we could get out, took a toothbrush, knocked out the junk that may be in there. Cleaned the runners up, installed our new gasket. It has these tabs right here that hold the gasket in. While you're installing it, we got our intake bolts ready, and we're gonna throw this intake on. All right, we got the intake sitting in. Got our water crossover sitting in. We're gonna bolt them up. We're gonna get all these bolts in finger tight. We're gonna go around and snug them up and then pull them up. First sequence on tightening your intake bolts is 18 inch-pounds. Start at the center and work your way out front to back. Second time around, it's 89 inch-pounds. Do the same thing. Work your way from the center. Out. All right, moving on. Put the alternator on now. We got our intake alternator. All right, belt is on, alternator's on, tightened up. I torqued the harmonic balancer, put the water pump pulley on also, and we're putting our coil packs on now. All right, guys, so we're buttoning up a bunch of loose ends. Everything is plugged up. Right now, alternator's bolted on and hooked back up. We got our fan back in, and it's got the electric clutch on it. We got it plugged back in. Shroud's back on, obviously. We got our main wire harness put back up here. Wires routed correctly. I had to hook the battery up to get into the back of the car where I had a bunch of parts, so I couldn't get the doors unlocked that way. Let's see what else. Radiator hose, we put that on. We're going to put our upper intake on. I just cleaned it up real quick, let it dry for a second. So we're gonna put that on. I got to put that other, the other torque converter nut on that I misplaced and I found it. So I'm gonna do that and then we should be ready to start up. All right, we got it ready just to turn over to prime the oil pump. You have to fill it with oil and we're gonna start it. It's gonna take several minutes of starting. You'll do it in about 30-second intervals so you don't burn the starter up on it. And you're gonna do it until you see your oil pressure rise on the dash. Once it rises, stop again, and then do it again for another good 30 seconds to prime the whole motor up. You gotta remember, you got a dry motor here. We got our oil pressure built up. So now it's time for the final thing. Hit it, Lee. Sounds good to me. We had our auto ingenuity running here, checking everything out. So this is Automated Garage signing out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this may have given you some pointers. Wasn't really trying to do a point by point on doing a 5.4, but just kind of giving you a good overview of installing it. So like, subscribe, comment. We'll holler at y'all later. We're signing out.